A battery is not assembled, it is painted. Walk into a battery factory and you will not find anyone bolting parts together. You will find a printing press, black paste rolling onto metal foil, kilometer after kilometer, without stopping. And the layer that stores your energy sits on a sheet of metal thinner than your own hair. Then there is the machine at the far end of the building. It is the most expensive process in the entire plant, and it does not build anything. It just waits. Start with the paste. Engineers call it slurry. It is the active powder that holds the lithium, plus carbon black to carry the current, plus a binder to glue it all down, mixed into a solvent until it looks like thick black paint. That paint is pumped through a slot die, a long, narrow nozzle, onto a moving roll of foil. Aluminium foil for the positive side, copper foil for the negative side. The copper is roughly 6 to 10 micrometers thick. A human hair is around 70. You could tear it with a fingernail, and it is unwinding at speed under a nozzle that has to lay the coating down to a tolerance measured in micrometers. Now the wet foil has to dry, and this is where the energy goes. The coated ribbon travels through a heated oven that can run up to 100 meters long. The solvent boils off and has to be captured, condensed, and reused, because it is expensive, and it is not something you vent into the sky. Drying and solvent recovery on their own can account for something close to 40% of the energy used to make the cell. Not the mining, not the chemistry, the drying. What comes out the far end is coated, and it is still too fluffy to work. So it goes through the calender. 2 hardened steel rollers pressed together with enormous force, squashing the coating flat. This is not cosmetic. Pushing the particles into contact is what lets current move through the layer at all. Press too little, and the cell is weak. Press too hard, and you crush the pores the lithium has to travel through. Then the ribbon is slit into narrow strips, and the cell finally starts to look like a cell. A coated cathode strip. A thin, porous separator, often only 15 to 25 micrometers of plastic film. A coated anode strip. Wound into a tight roll or stacked in flat layers, depending on the shape of the finished cell. And all of this happens in air drier than any desert on Earth. Water is the enemy in here. Trace moisture reacts with the electrolyte and quietly makes acid inside the cell. So the assembly hall is a dry room, held at a dew point around -40 degrees. And at the electrolyte filling station, some plants push it far lower still. The people working there are not protecting themselves from the battery. They are protecting the battery from them. The cell is filled with liquid electrolyte and sealed. And here is the part almost nobody outside the industry knows. It still does not work. A freshly filled cell is inert. Before it can hold charge properly, it has to be charged and discharged very slowly for the first time, under close watch. That first charge grows a film on the surface of the negative electrode, a solid electrolyte interphase, and it is reported to be somewhere around 5 to 20 nanometers thick, thousands of times thinner than the foil underneath it. That film is the whole game. Grown well, it protects the electrode and the cell lasts for years. Grown badly, the cell quietly eats itself and dies early, and it cannot be rushed. Afterwards, the cells sit in heated racks for 1 to 2 weeks while the plant watches how fast they lose charge, and anything leaking too quickly is pulled out. This waiting stage, formation and aging, is reported to swallow up to roughly 30% of the cost of running a battery plant. That is the machine that does not build anything. A warehouse full of cells doing nothing, and it is the single most expensive thing in the building. If you want a straight answer on which energy technology actually works, and which one is only a press release, that is what this channel takes apart, one of them every week. Subscribing costs you nothing, and keeps the next one in front of you. So what does this mean for you? It means the price of the battery in your car is not set by lithium alone. It is set by how many meters of foil a plant can coat without a flaw, and how well it grows an invisible film it cannot see. CATL, the largest cell maker in the world, held close to 40% of the global market in the first half of 2026, and a lot of that lead is unglamorous consistency. A battery is not assembled. It is painted, dried, pressed, soaked, and then it has to be taught how to be a battery.